Good afternoon, traders, and welcome to a Friday edition of Awesomecallstrading.com. I'm AJ. I'm your host for the next 7-8 minutes. I'll just kind of go briefly through what we did today. Today got about a 99% rating on my calls today. I was really, really happy. Today was just um, really, I have to make a notation on something. I'm looking Text IPOs coming out of SITM, Cane, and Pine. So I have to read those. So anyway, yeah, we had a wonderful day today. Can't say enough. And we played um, quite a few things today. We played RDNT, CMP, JD, Suave, Grub, Qualcomm, Restoration Hardware, Roku, and YY. So I'll just kind of briefly go through. I just did SQL Sauce for about 25 minutes for the chat room, and now I'll just kind of go through briefly some of the great highlights of some of our great trades. First one was Grub. Grub received an upgrade from a tier 2, tier 3 analyst. It was already gapping up. I figured it'd have a small push at the open towards the 40.50 to 41. I told traders in pre-market to start taking short the 40.50 area and look for a decent pullback to 39 and under, and it possibly could gap fill all the way, but you would be guaranteed a 39 and under and then go long the stock. As you can clearly see, Grub did exactly that. Popped at the open to the 40, almost 40.69 area, and then ended up selling off all the way to 39 and under, and basically almost filled the entire gap. Double bottomed here at 39.38.58 and ran back up to 40. Next stock that we did play, we caught this one a little bit late from a great trader called Johnny Cruz. He gave us this LK coffee at the 22 range, and we have been playing it in our chat room ever since. And when I stepped away, I had that stock going to, I think, 25. When Darkside took over the mic, he called it to 26. And the reason is for on this one, we liked it. It was strength, uh, lots of volume coming in. If you pull up a 180, it had a gap to fill, and here is your topping here at 27.42. And you can see it pretty much just hit that. So the stock to me is done. But it was a wonderful trade. I was doing secret sauce and I did trade it with size. I got a few bucks on it. Actually, I made decent money. But if I had stayed in it and I didn't have to do secret sauce or a webinar, I would have got that full 27. That was a trade. I can't tell you enough. Wow. The next talk that we did was Qualcomm. Qualcomm was a really nice play today for the chat room. Qualcomm was gapping up on two upgrades from a tier 2 analyst and a tier 1. So I anticipated a push at the open to scale in short at around 94 area. As you can see, it hit within 6 cents, and I called a 91.25 gap fill and pretty much stayed there at 91.25, but now it's closing and filling the rest of the gap. It was a wonderful trade, well executed, well written, well scripted. Really didn't have to do much on that one. Restoration Hardware was the call of the day. On this one, Berkshire Hathaway took a nice position, a stake in the company. He disclosed it, got investors all hot and excited. In our room, we figured the bottom, we computed based on our knowledge that the bottom was going to be 182. So we wanted to short the open to 182, go long, bottom curl, and take it back to 190. We actually determined the values between 182 and 190. Here's Restoration Hardware. There's the 190, and here's the 182 bottom. Perfect, perfect execution. Next trade that we did was Roku, a tier 1 analyst. It was gapping up. I told the traders, go ahead and short the stock at 152.50. Look for a pullback at 150. Bottom curl, go long all the way back to highs. Very simple setup. Roku with standard 101 day trading and awesome calls. You don't really have to think on this one. You just have to pull the button. The only short was that it was like probably a good 1-2 minute short. All I wanted to do was gap fill it down to 150. Here's the 150 pull. Slammed it right there. Bam, 150 long, 250 shares. You would have made 4 points, $1,000 today. One of the easiest trades to do and to execute in Awesome Calls Trading. You didn't have to think on that one. It was just a matter of pulling a button. The next one that we did extremely well is JD. JD is one of our babies that we trade very, very well in here. We understand the stock extremely well. So we called for a short at 35.50 this morning, room to any pop to 36 at the open. The stock was going to sell off and gap fill to 34 and under. As you can see, it sold off to 33 and gave traders even more money in their books. JD, which is great, great, great trade, great execution. Next one that we did was SWAV. SWAV had a um, SWAV had a offerings, and on the offering, they had priced it at 36.25. The stock was gapping up with very little amount of shares at 200,000 shares. The offering was 2.4 million. I figured we'd get a nice decent sell-off on the initial pop, so I told everyone, go ahead and scale in short at the open. I did want, to be honest with you, I was calling for a 37 and under or 36.25. I did want this to fully pull down to the offering price. Unfortunately, it did not, but it gave us a nice return on our money for quick money. The first 90 seconds gave us, I think right here, first 3 minutes, gave us a great short for 2 points. And then if you waited a little bit longer, you got another 50 cents for 2.5 points. Wonderful trade, well executed, well scripted. And we wrote it down right here to start taking short SWAV, which was right here. And I said I was going to be playing this. Unfortunately, TD did not have shares. So I personally could not trade the stock. But it wasn't going to stop me from guiding traders to making some serious money on the trade. The next one that we did was YY. YY was a really good play today. I enjoyed this stock. It was a pop and drop. I actually guided a trader to overnight the stock on yesterday on the sell-off. It was a little too extreme on decent earnings. Told the trader to long the stock at 61. Made it very clear to do so. And then this morning we got news that Morgan Stanley took a stake in the company. I called for immediate push at the open to 64, scale in short, and gap fill it right back down to 62 and under. The stock ended up going from 64 to 61. Here it is right here. It's scripted in the notes. Take short, this will pop it open to 64, scale in short, take it down to 62 and under. Again, this stuff is written down at least 30 minutes before the market even opens. It's written down on my notes at least an hour and a half before the market even opens. And all I do is just kind of just re-put the notes in there for everyone to take advantage of. And let's see. CMP turned out to be decent. RDNT pop. GII went to 1750, 1550 pullback. And Fitch went to 10 to 11 and sold off to 925. Qualcomm AMAT. AMAT was a really good one. On AMAT, I figured the stock would top off around 62.50, and then you would get a nice slow fade for about 2 points to the downside. So I wanted traders to actually long the stock at AMAT. This was not going to gap fill. Earnings were really good. Strong stock, multiple upgrades. This was, again, not going to gap fill at all. So I called for a move to 62.50 before any kind of short. And there it is. And this morning it hit actually right here on a double topping of 61.80 and then pulled. Overall, wonderful day. The trade today in Awesome Calls Trading. Really had a lot of fun. Enjoyed it. And that's it. So anyway, I'm out. So that's it for me. If you want to join us, Trade With Us Monday. I don't tweet on Saturday, but on Sunday I will set you up for earnings and everything else. It's going to be very busy. And come Monday, we're going to be all red and ready and going to kill it. I mean, just going to do amazing. So I want to thank you. This is my feed, AJ Trader 7. It was a wonderful week to trade. As you can see, we're very busy. Lots of traders acknowledging the many trades that we did in the room. Barney took 3 points on LK. Hector did money as Restoration Hardware. Hector scored how much? Over $454 today. Congratulations to Hector. Consistency is what pays our bills. Um, Solo did very good on his setups there. So, I mean, just on and on and on and on and on. It just keeps going and going and going. It was a wonderful day to trade today. And I appreciate each and every one of you for joining us. And I hope that you continue to be a great trader and just learning the greatest chat room in the world. I mean, we love what we do in here. It's all about education, all about helping you. But most important, we want to uh, we want to want you to be profitable and to be happy. We want you to be a happy trader. And I think that's the most important thing. So thank you. Take care.